Hey guys, what's up? Today we're diving into the world of React, a game-changing JavaScript library for building awesome user interfaces. It's like super popular and for good reason. Developed by Facebook, React has taken the web dev world by storm. So why all the hype? React makes it crazy easy to build dynamic and interactive web apps. We're talking smooth animations, lightning-fast updates, and a really awesome developer experience. React was first released back in 2013 and it quickly gained traction. It's now used by tons of big companies like Netflix, Airbnb, and Instagram. They use it for everything from single-page apps to complex dashboards. It's not just for the big players, though. React is also a great choice for small projects and personal websites. So whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, React is definitely worth checking out. Let's talk about components, the heart of React. Think of components like Lego bricks. Each brick is self-contained and reusable, just like React components. You can combine them in different ways to build complex structures or, in our case, user interfaces. Components make your code super organized and maintainable. Instead of having one giant file, you break down your UI into smaller, reusable pieces. Trust me, this is a game changer when you're building large applications. React components are just JavaScript functions that return JSX code. JSX might look a bit weird at first, but it's just a way to write HTML-like syntax within your JavaScript. Don't worry, we'll dive deeper into JSX in a bit. The beauty of components is that they're super flexible. You can create simple presentational components or complex, stateful components that handle data and logic. React gives you the building blocks and you decide how to put them together. A JSX or JavaScript syntax extension might seem a bit strange at first, but it's actually pretty cool once you get the hang of it. It lets you write HTML-like syntax directly within your JavaScript code. I know, mixing HTML and JavaScript might sound like a recipe for disaster, but trust me, it's not as bad as it seems. In fact, it makes writing React components way more intuitive and readable. With JSX, you can easily define the structure and appearance of your components. You can use familiar HTML tags and even embed JavaScript expressions directly within your markup. Now, even though JSX looks like HTML, it's important to remember that it's still JavaScript under the hood. Before your browser can render it, JSX needs to be transpiled into regular JavaScript using a tool like Babel. Alright, let's talk about data management in React. Two key concepts you need to understand are props and state. Props, short for properties, are how you pass data down from a parent component to a child component. Think of props like passing a message in a bottle. The parent component writes the message, puts it in the bottle, the prop, and throws it into the sea. The child component then picks up the bottle and reads the message. State, on the other hand, is all about managing data that's internal to a component. It's like a component's personal memory. When a component's state changes, React automatically re-renders the component to reflect those changes. So props are for passing data down the component tree, while state is for managing data within a component. Mastering these two concepts is crucial for building dynamic and interactive React applications. Section 5. Lifecycle methods, controlling component behavior. Now let's dive into lifecycle methods, which give you fine-grained control over your component's behavior. These are special methods that you can define within your class components to hook into different stages of a component's lifecycle. Think of a component's lifecycle like a journey. It starts with being born or mounting, then it might grow and change, which we call updating, and eventually it dies, or unmounting. Lifecycle methods let you run code at specific points during this journey. For example, you can use the method to fetch data from an API after a component has rendered, or you can use the method to perform cleanup tasks before a component is removed from the DOM. Mastering lifecycle methods is key to building robust and efficient React applications. You'll be able to optimize performance, handle side effects, and create a seamless user experience. Section 6. Advantages of React, a paradigm shift in web development. React has taken the web development world by storm, and for good reason. It offers a ton of advantages over traditional web development approaches. One of the biggest benefits is its component-based architecture, which we talked about earlier. By breaking down your UI into reusable components, you make your code way more organized, maintainable, and scalable. Trust me, when your app starts to grow, you'll be thanking your past self for using React. Another huge advantage is React's use of a virtual DOM. This is like a lightweight copy of the actual DOM, and it helps React update your UI super efficiently. Instead of re-rendering the entire page every time something changes, React only updates the parts that actually need it. This makes your apps blazing fast, even with complex UIs. And let's not forget about React's declarative syntax, which makes your code much more readable and easier to reason about. You simply describe what you want your UI to look like, and React takes care of the how. This makes your life as a developer way easier. Section 7, Virtual DOM and Performance Optimization. Okay, let's talk more about the Virtual DOM, because it's one of the key reasons why React apps are so incredibly fast. The Virtual DOM is like a lightweight copy of the actual DOM, which is a tree-like representation of all the elements in your web page. Now, manipulating the actual DOM is a pretty expensive operation. It can slow down your app, especially if you're dealing with complex UIs and frequent updates. That's where the Virtual DOM comes in. Instead of directly updating the actual DOM, React first updates the Virtual DOM. This is much faster because the Virtual DOM is just a JavaScript object in memory. Then React compares the Virtual DOM to the actual DOM and figures out the most efficient way to update the actual DOM. This process, known as reconciliation, ensures that only the necessary changes are made to the actual DOM, minimizing the number of expensive DOM operations. This is how React achieves its impressive performance, even with complex and dynamic UIs. Section 8, Community Support and Ecosystem. One of the best things about React is its massive and incredibly active community. There are literally thousands of developers around the world who use and love React. This means you'll never be short of resources, tutorials, and support when you need it. Need help with a tricky problem? Just hop on Stack Overflow and chances are someone has already asked and answered your question. Looking for a pre-built component to save you time? Head over to NPM, the package manager for JavaScript, and you'll find a huge library of open-source React components ready to use. The React ecosystem is vast and constantly evolving. You'll find tools and libraries for everything from state management like Redux, to routing like React Router, to testing like Jest. This rich ecosystem makes React a joy to work with and ensures that you have all the tools you need to build amazing web applications. Section 9, Drawbacks and Considerations. Now, while React is awesome, it's not without its drawbacks. One thing to consider is the learning curve. React introduces a lot of new concepts and paradigms, so it can take some time to wrap your head around everything, especially if you're new to JavaScript frameworks. Another potential downside is the amount of boilerplate code you might end up writing, especially for simple components. However, this has improved significantly with the introduction of React hooks, which let you use state and other React features without writing class components. It's also worth noting that the React ecosystem is constantly evolving. While this is generally a good thing, it can also lead to churn. Libraries and tools can become outdated quickly, so it's important to stay up to date with the latest trends and best practices. Finally, keep in mind that React is just a Vue library. It doesn't provide solutions for everything you need to build a full-fledged web application. You'll likely need to use additional libraries for things like state management, routing, and data fetching. Section 10, Conclusion, React's Enduring Impact. So there you have it, guys. React is an incredibly powerful and versatile JavaScript library that has revolutionized the way we build web applications. Its component-based architecture, virtual DOM, and declarative syntax make it a joy to work with. While React does have a learning curve and can involve writing some boilerplate code, its advantages far outweigh its drawbacks. The vast and active community, the rich ecosystem of tools and libraries, and the incredible performance benefits make React an excellent choice for building modern, scalable, and maintainable web applications. Whether you're building a single-page app, a complex web application, or even a mobile app using React Native, React provides you with the tools and flexibility you need to bring your ideas to life. So dive in, explore the world of React, and see what amazing things you can build.